Today I'm going to discuss desire discrepancy. It's the most common issue I see in my office as a sex therapist because it's the most common issue couples in long-term relationships struggle with. Two people inevitably don't have the same level of interest for sex. The function of testosterone is to increase our arousal and make it more accessible for us. So for the lower desire partner, who usually has less testosterone, they're left feeling like, yeah, I could take it or leave it. Hence, we have our conflict. So how do we get on the same page to navigate this discrepancy when one person wants more sex than the other? There's 3 different pathways to think about. One is, I'll just force myself, obligation sex. A lot of people do this, and it's no good. We end up dreading sex and we end up not wanting to have it, so we end up being in a sexless relationship. The next is through the portal of eroticism, where we generate a lot of fantasy, where we might use porn or moving erotica, and we really infuse our relationship with eroticism. To do that, you have to be really comfortable with sex and really comfortable with each other, and it's not actually a very common pathway for a lot of couples. So the third one, which is the most common pathway and honestly the most accessible for us as busy couples, is an extension of connection. Basically feeling emotionally connected to your partner and saying, we're going to prioritize this, we're going to crawl into bed, we're going to take off our clothes, we're going to be skin to skin, and we might not be enthusiastic about sex when we're crawling into bed. But after a while, because we like each other as humans, and because our skin is touching, and because we're smelling each other, and because we're there, guess what wakes up? Our arousal. So, think about sex through the portal of connection, crawl into bed, take off your clothes, and just make a date to do that once a week and see what happens. More on this later.